Today we'll be working with the water element. With a water element, there's a corresponding breathing pattern, which is breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And so let's try that now, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We call this the water breath. I like to say the breath is life. The deeper breath helps bring more oxygen into the bloodstream and feel good chemicals into the body. It soothes the nervous system. And so I invite you to put one hand over the belly, gently deepening the breath with every inhale and exhale, further and further to our comfort. And for those of you that just joined, today's practice will be the water element. And so we're doing the water breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then I invite you to put the other hand over the chest, over the heart. As we continue to breathe, the focus of our attention becomes our heart. So this is where we place our attention as we inhale, continue to inhale and exhale, energizing our heart with every inhale and exhale. And this gives the mind a focus to place the attention here. We say the heart makes its own medicine. After all, it is from the heart that every cell in the body is nourished. And we also look at this time for the heartbeat or some sense of the circulation, the pulse somewhere in the body. And this is just something that can come over time, can even take several months to develop if we practice every day. But it's a wonderful sensation to feel both the heartbeat and the breath. Together, this forms the basis for heart rhythm meditation. Our theme today is forgiveness. Forgiveness. I invite you to take this into your meditation and see what arises for you for this theme of forgiveness. We'll now continue with a water element meditation. And we begin with the inhale using the intention of the inhale, moving up and up and up above. We call this the vertical dimension of the heart. And so on the inhale, the intention is to move infinitely upward, even beyond the stars, which represents our ideals and purity. And then on the exhale, we use the metaphor of water, rain, or a great waterfall pouring down. So pure divine love pours down upon us, revivifying us, purifying us, and filling us with divine love. And then on the inhale, we reach further and further up. The water element practice, like all four elements, earth, water, fire, and air, is a purification practice. And so purification by water happens by cleansing, washing. And so on the exhale, perhaps we can feel the energy of the breath, the pure waters pouring upon the top of the head, washing and purifying the ears and the eyes, the nose and the mouth, all five senses. And then on the next exhale, we feel the waters pouring down the neck and the throat, purifying, revivifying the voice. And the waters pour down further upon the shoulders and the arms and the hands, washing and revivifying, purifying the heart, and the lungs, and all the organs of the body. The belly and the digestion, the sacral center, washing and purifying the glutes and the legs, the knees, the feet. And then the waters can seep down further beyond into the earth. Where we become vessels connecting heaven and earth. And then I'd like to return your attention back to the waters pouring into the heart. Where our hearts become nourished and energized by this very pure, loving energy from above. Water has a very unique nature where it flows and it circumvents obstacles from the top of the mountain, forming streams and pools and rivers, circumventing all kinds of obstacles, and always making its way eventually to the oceans. And so in this way, the waters pour into the dark chambers of the heart, where the love is needed most. None of us come out of this life unscathed from the disappointments and the challenges. And so this practice can be a wonderful way to renew bring warmth, comfort, and love to ourselves, to our hearts, to those places. And when it gets a bit heavy, this practice, we can always reach above on the inhale, lifting our hearts up toward the heavens, getting in touch with our ideals. If there was no limitation here, who would we be? Who do we desire to be? Getting in touch with our true self. The sense of freedom, a sense of spaciousness, and a sense of sacredness. I invite you to check in with how you feel now compared to the beginning of the practice. Perhaps we notice a difference. You can return your breathing back to the everyday breath. Feeling our feet on the ground and feeling ourselves held by the chair. I also invite you to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes.